Hello there, Guardians. Today we're going to go over the Prophecy Dungeon in Season of the Lost. So this season is an extended season. It's 6 months long. So you may find yourself at this point, especially after the anniversary content is launched, looking for stuff to do. So maybe you're thinking, I'd never tried to really solo a Prophecy Dungeon. I see a lot of people go for it. It's got a really cool emblem if you solo flawless it, right? How do I do that? Where do I start? So I'm going to share my thoughts on what helped me get through this dungeon on my Titan. I'll go through the other two subclasses if people want me to, but I'm going to start with Titan because it's the class I'm most comfortable with. And I'll go through loadouts for each encounter so you can see what all those look like. So let's load into it. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. It helps the channel, helps more people see the video, so it helps out more people. Thanks. Before you start, I recommend loading into a zone and going towards a public event and hitting the rally flag to max out your heavy ammo. This is so we can skip the little first part, make it go a little bit quicker. Alright, we got that. Let's go. Okay, so this guide does assume that you already know how to do the dungeon itself, so we're not going to go over specific mechanics or how to complete the dungeon. We're going to look at this from a solo perspective on completing the dungeon. So the reason that we maxed our heavy ammo is to do this little skip right here. So you'll want to jump up on this ball right here, and then you can actually just sword jump up this tunnel. I'm just spamming left click or spamming light attack to get up here. And you want to kind of head towards the side so you can jump on top of this platform. There we go. And then you can just jump across. I did have lion rampants on to make that a little bit easier. I'd recommend putting those on just to make the jump across. It'll save you some time. But when you're trying this over and over, especially if you're going for solo flawless runs, this helps mitigate some frustration in having to start over constantly. So for this encounter, for ease of use, obviously there's different ways to do this. I always recommend using your bubble. So Top Tree Void, Wither Horde, in combination with some kind of 7th Seraph or Ikelos weapon, something that can generate Warmind cells in this spot. Because what we're going to be doing a lot of is shooting Wither Horde at the Scions and then swapping directly to our Warmind making weapon. Because as long as that weapon's out, anything that dies from an AoE, aka Wither Horde's AoE, it has the chance to generate Warmind cells. And then a sword for damage. Take Inspect if you have it on all your purple gear. Helps a lot. For armor, Helmet State 14 is always good. Precious Scars if you want some extra survivability, not a bad idea either. As far as our Warmind cell that I'm just using Fire Team Medic since the Warmind cell nerf, but this one still works really well as far as staying alive. So anytime you destroy a Warmind cell, you get a burst of healing. Chest piece, concussive dampener helps a lot in this whole dungeon. As far as when I'm using a sword, I'm going to use the arc mod to get replenishing blade or guard. I'm sorry, so I can get my heavy attack faster for Crown Splitter because Crown Splitter does take some time to get the heavy back up. But other than that, I will probably be doubling up on concussive dampener after this. Better already on a void. Boots is always good. So you pick up an Orb of Light, you're going to start regenerating. And then, of course, Scavenger. I am running Protective Light with taking charge. I will always run Protective Light throughout this whole dungeon. And then this seasonal mod, Passive Guard, will help also keep us alive with our sword out. Alright, so we'll rally. And really what I like to do is I like to pop a Wither Horde right there. And then kill the first knight over here with the sword. And then collect both their moats, cycle around behind either here or back here, and then try and dunk the moats. You can jump really high in between two of the same color and possibly get both. That takes practice. I'm not good at it myself, so I might try it, but I may only get one, which is fine. It just makes things go a little bit faster. But for here, really the key for this dungeon is killing scions as quick as you can because they multiply, and they can really make the battlefield hectic super quickly. That being said, let's get into it. See if we can get both. Probably not. Nope. Didn't get close enough to the other one. It's okay. As soon as that Wither Horde reloads, I'm shooting another one. I'm switching back to my Ikelos. This is also why I use a sword here, because of the boops. So I can get myself back onto the battlefield. Otherwise, I have a hard time getting back on. We're gonna get light here. I think my Warmind cell's dead. I got both that time. Let's see. We need to be in the dark. Need to be in the dark. I think we got it. Nope, came out light. And then you just pop a bubble and hack away at this guy. I'll pop a Wither Horde down too, just to get some extra damage going. These guys get really annoying really fast. Always a good burst of healing. We got about half. It wasn't great damage. It's a comfortable 2-phase though. And that's how you do the first encounter. So, key things, just to recap, stay on the outside, just running around constantly, and you're just popping Wither Horde, switching back to your Ikelos to generate Warmind cells for some healing. You can run, you know, the other Warmind cells if you want to get the little explosions. It's totally fine. Up to you. Alright, for the next session with the Blights, really run whatever you're comfortable with. I usually like to run Anarchy just because you can pop 2 Anarchies on a Blight and it'll just tick down and die. So just run whatever you feel comfortable staying alive with, because really we're just killing stuff and destroying blights. So nothing really crazy in here. So one anarchy bolt will take him out. You don't have to kill everything. You can if you want to. It'll be safe. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Alright, now we're on to the cube room. Cube room, my recommendations are as follows. Xenophage, or a sniper equivalent to easily take out the snipers on the top. Because you want to be able to one-shot those guys if you can, so you don't have to worry about them. I still recommend using your Ikelos or 7 Seraph with Fireteam Medic. It does not hurt at all to have. And then, this is what you'll be using the rest of the time. A grenade launcher with blinding grenades. This changed the entire dungeon for me. And this rolls on, ignition code, it rolls on empty vessel, whatever combination. You can run a primary 7th Seraph gun, revolver, or the auto rifle with empty vessel if you wanted to. Whatever works. I also put on grenade launcher loader because my ignition code that I'm using this time doesn't have auto loading holster on it, so I want to be able to reload it as quick as I can. And we are sticking with bubble. You're using bubble the whole time. It's a great oh crap moment. Pop a bubble and you're safe. That's really what I use it for. Nothing else. Make sure and change if you're using Lucent Blade before. Make sure you change off of that into something else. Make sure we change our appropriate ammo finder mods. So the goal here is just to dunk as quickly as you can. Take out the snipers immediately upon starting the encounter. Helps me. So I usually run up here, right where I'm pointed over there, and I'll kill the guy. There's a guy that spawns there and a guy that spawns up there. So I'll just take them out both quickly and then start spamming my blinding grenades and take the guys out. Yeah, light first. Came after me. Pretty dark. The important follow-up to blinding is to kill them while they're, blinded. Okay. Let's not waste time. The snipers do despawn once you dunk, so keep that in mind. You don't waste ammo killing them necessarily unless you feel like you're about to die. myself there. Okay, that is the cube encounter. And I got the last breath roll I wanted. Look at that. Demo Adrenaline Junkie. For the Rainbow Road section, Heaven/Hell, we're just going to take our time. I recommend a sword. It helps me see when I'm platforming better when I use a sword. And then line rampants will help you a lot in here. And I'm going to put on something a little more rangy. In case I need to shoot some guys down. Important part here is not to overthink it and just kind of go for it. Which may sound against what doing this is, but just trust your jump. I have had this thing kind of mess up my runs before. I noticed it will usually take your Sparrow through. If you just Sparrow through like that, it'll take you. Okay, that brings us to the boss fight. Take a deep breath. You're almost done. We're going to use a very similar loadout to what we've been using most of the time here. We're going to keep our blinding grenades. I feel like those are really essential to staying alive in here. So either on your ignition code or your empty vessel, whatever you're using. Now as far as heavy goes, it's up to you. I would almost, even though Anarchy had a little bit of a nerf to boss damage, I would almost still recommend Anarchy just because you can shoot and forget and keep going for boss damage. While still, taking away with other things. With how good particle deconstruction is this season, you could also run a threaded needle with take and spec, would be good too. Just make sure you're keeping up with the Kel Echo. Part of me feels like this is not as good of a combo soloing because it takes so long to get particle deconstruction up to where it matters, and in this boss fight you're running a lot. So if you're going to use particle, if you have 1k, I would use 1k here if you want to do the fusion rifle route. The problem with 1k is ammo, and 2, you can kill yourself with it. So when you're trying to do these things, I try to not use things I can kill myself with as I use a grenade launcher. It's really hard to kill yourself with a blinding grenade launcher. I've done it though. You can do it. So double check your mods. Check your ammo mods, check your scavs. Make sure everything's good to go. We'll just finish this bad boy out. almost came out late. I'll try and change this to impact or spike on the way down. Give one more damage on the echo. Ooh, that's not good. So, not great damage. Now you're probably asking, Wispy, but did you optimize your deeps with 1k? It's close. That's the point. It's it's negligible. Anarchy will do you more good with the knights and with the boss. Combined, use Anarchy if you have it. Follow these tips, tricks, you'll be on your way to finally solo flawlessing Prophecy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Be happy to help. Have a good day.